Okay, so I'm doing my story like I promised, and I'm finishing up setting up some of my journals. So I keep my journals in my writing area. So if you scroll over here, this shelf right here is all of my writing supplies, and then over here is my language and my literacy. So when we come in the mornings, my morning journals are always at this table. And how I set my morning journals up is I have a cover on them, and then when they open up their journal, if I can get it open with one hand, then there's a pocket inside of the journal that has their name card in it, and then it has just the alphabet, numbers, and stuff that they can pull out and use if they're trying to write words or letters or numbers. So that's in a pocket on the inside of the folder. Then every single day when the kids... So I walk you through what our first week of our journals will look like. So on the very first day when they come in, I will introduce their journal and they get to decorate their cover. They can draw a picture, they can use stickers, whatever we've provided for them, they're going to decorate their own cover. So that's going to be day one of their journal writing. Then on day 2, they'll get their very first writing prompt. And I keep them right here in a bucket. So their very first one they're going to get is going to be drawing basically a picture of yourself. It says face, but we'll use this multiple times during the year. So they're going to draw their own face for their second day journal. And on this one, what we teach them is they're going to get their prompt sheet. They have so they will learn how to use the 2-hole punch, and I have it marked in the middle so that they know, here, let me zoom in, so that they know this is the middle in case this thing gets moved, that they line it up with the arrow. So they get really good at doing that, being able to punch their own sheets. I'm all about work smarter, not harder, and this really helps with my prep time. So that's going to be the second day's journal. Then on the third day, we will provide them with a name card. And I know a lot of people will put their pictures here, which that's great. It's too time consuming for me. I'm here 8 hours a day, very little prep time. So what we do instead is we have the kids just draw their own pictures on each of it so that they can choose what side. They're able to find their names at first because this is their own art that they've done to I will write their first letter of their name and we'll talk about what it looks like. The letter T has a big line down and a little line across the top. So we will talk about what their letter looks like as we do their morning prop, and then we'll hand them a sheet of stickers, and then they can stick their stickers on their letter sheet. So then that was the third day. The fourth day, we're going to be learning just scissors and snipping skills. So they'll have their snipping sheet, they'll have their strips, they'll have scissors, and they're just snipping. And then we use the little glue tubs. So with the glue tubs, they'll be learning how to snip, dab their paper into the glue tub, and then put it on their paper. And the great thing about this is they're also using their pincher fingers as they're dabbing it. They're having to pinch it and put it onto their paper. So that works really well too for building their fine motor skills. And then I want to say on the last day of this week, for this one, we are going to be using just a marker dot. So I have the dot makers that are the mini dot makers. I'll get those out here in just a second. And here, I'll go get them right now. Okay, so then this is, I can make dots. So it's just there again, building their concepts about print, how to hold pencils, the pencil graphs, and it's fun. So these are the coloration, and they're just the mini dot makers, and they can go around, and then they're also doing one-to-one correspondence where they're finding the dots and they're making a mark on it. You can also just have them make dots with markers if you want on a sheet of paper and just put it into the journal. Just make it simple the first week. You're teaching them skills and how to use items that they're going to be using over and over again. And these sheets are just an introduction to that. And then the very last day of the week, we will be looking at writing their names, and we'll use their name cards that they prepared at the beginning of the week, and then they'll come in and they'll write their names. This is something that we do, a way for us to assess to see where they're at with their name. We use this journal for our parent-teacher conferences, so I'll pull this out and I'll show them their activities. When it starts getting too full, we're able to send it home. And the great thing about these is the parents know what we were trying to work with them when they look through the journal, that it was a mindful activity, that it was planned, it was purposeful, there was a reason behind it. So when we have this information with it, they know, oh, okay, they were writing their name and this is my child's name on this date. We also use this morning activity time to assess the kids to see. So let's look at this. Did they know the first letter of their name? What does their pinch or grasp look like? Their fine motor skills look like? So I hope you found that helpful. Sorry it was so long and winded, but there was a lot to morning journal time. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. But now it's time for me to get back to prepping my morning journals. Until next time, guys. Bye.